There's enough information on NFTs that is available to everyone online. However, you might still hear stories about various NFT flips going wrong in the market. And by this, I do not just mean entering the wrong selling values or other such basic mistakes. People get really excited and they try to flip their NFTs and forget some crucial rules in the process. Today, I'm here to help you understand these rules by telling you about some important flipping mistakes. Please pay close attention because you too can make these mistakes if you are not careful. The first and the most problematic mistake that NFT traders make is that they follow the law of probability. If we follow the rules of this law, then a poorly performing NFT collection might just become profitable later on to balance the market. Now, this strategy has helped traders a few times, but I strongly recommend you against it. The law of probability is more suited to the academic world of mathematics and physics. The NFT marketplace functions on a completely different set of rules and patterns. For example, the Bored Apes NFT collections always sell at high prices. If we were to apply the law of probability here, then their collections should have started to fail months ago. But that was not the case, and they ended up creating more successful sub-brands like the Mutant Apes collection. Please do not use this law when you try to flip NFTs because the chances for you to succeed are very slim. Rich NFT traders can afford to take this chance because NFT flipping is not their primary income source. They have millions of dollars to waste, and if they get lucky, then they just focus on that singular success rather than on all the failures that came before it. You must follow the standard NFT rules and research if you want to be successful in this industry. If you follow the law of probability, then it will not be any different than flipping a coin and calling for heads or tails. The next mistake is when people sell in panic. This is a mistake that has carried over from cryptocurrency trading into the NFT world. Basically, if a seller believes that their NFT is going to fall in value, then they will try to get rid of it as soon as possible. For example, suppose you have been staking a Spider-Man NFT for months and have listed it in an auction for $500. You have not been able to find a buyer, and now, the popularity of the topic is dropping. So out of panic, you decrease the price to $300 to avoid a loss. This is exactly how traders lose money in the crypto trading market as well. When it comes to the NFT market, you should always be prepared to play the waiting game. Even if your NFT's topic is not popular right now, it does not mean that you should settle for lower prices. You can always follow some other alternatives. For example, if your Spider-Man NFT is not selling on OpenSea, then you should try to sell it on VV because it is a better place to sell comic book NFTs. It may sound like extra work, but the returns on your investment will make it worthwhile. There's no point in being happy with only $10 or $20 worth of profit after making an investment of $200. That kind of strategy will not work for you in the long term. Try out all your options and have faith in your research. This is the main difference between successful and unsuccessful NFT traders. Now that I have mentioned research, it is time to mention the next mistake. Very often, people blindly follow news publications and fake websites that claim to use secret strategies to maximize their profits. Trust me, there's no secret strategy to obtain success while flipping NFTs. If that was the case, then everyone would be making thousands of dollars in profits and the NFT market would crash as a result. When you are doing your research, it is very important that you also use your own instincts. Most of the tech magazines are paid to write articles on NFT collections or artists, so it is hard to identify which of them are genuine. For example, you might hear TechCrunch writing about the new Matrix NFTs because the movie has just been released. However, that does not mean that these NFTs will be highly profitable in the future. You might buy them now at very expensive prices, but you will probably have a hard time selling them in a few months. Online news sources are important, but not just by themselves. You can probably avoid this mistake by following a set of 4 or 5 websites. If all of them talk about the same NFT collections and their indicators, then the news is more reliable. It also helps to follow a few unpopular crypto magazines. Smaller magazines do not have many corporate sponsors, so they rely on the quality of their articles to reach a wider audience. Some options for you are NFT Alley and CoinQuora. The next mistake is among the most common mistakes that even experienced NFT traders make. They do not look at all the indicators before flipping their NFTs. Usually, traders only look at the rarity value of an NFT, and sometimes they also consider its popularity. But as you know, these are the most basic NFT indicators that even beginners know about. There's an entire list of factors to consider, such as community strength, past performances, founding teams, utility, and many other such indicators. However, most traders are impatient and do not consider these indicators important enough to decide the future value of an NFT. Now, they might be right, but only if we consider each of these factors on their own. But when they are all put together, their importance can go beyond the rarity and popularity of their NFT collections. For example, the utility of a Beeple NFT collection might not be enough on its own to decide its selling rate. However, if we combine the utility with the past performance and community strength, then we might learn that this collection will not do well later on, despite having high rarity. So please make sure that you look at all the indicators and do not follow lazy traders. Finally, the easiest mistake to spot is when you accept bids too early. You might be a bit surprised to see this, but believe me when I say that it is more common than you think. A lot of NFT flippers do not have much experience when it comes to selling NFTs in the secondary market. They believe that they have succeeded when they sell their NFTs at a higher price than what they bought it for. Another reason for accepting early bids is that these sellers might need the money urgently, so they do not wait for any other bids to come their way. Now, if that is the case, then you cannot blame these sellers, but they are still missing out on extra income. This is a rookie mistake and can cause you to miss out on easy profits. For example, suppose you have bought an NFT for $100 in the primary market. Now you have waited for a few months and decided to put it up for auction on the secondary market. If you get a bid for $200 within the first hour, you might be tempted to accept it immediately because it is a good profit. However, based on this bid, standard calculations will state that you can earn at least $800 to $1,000 in a 24-hour auction. That number can increase even further if it is a 48-hour auction or longer. My point is that you need to be prepared to wait for the entire duration of your auction if you want to earn maximum profits. For example, when The Weeknd dropped his first NFT collection, he had an initial bid of around $300,000 on an audio NFT. Nobody challenged it for around 12 hours and everyone thought that this was going to be the final selling amount. However, in the last 10 minutes, a surprise bidder entered the auction and eventually bought the NFT for $500,000. I know that The Weeknd is a very popular artist, so it makes sense for him to command such a high price, but these situations are quite common. So even if your NFT is not very popular, you should still wait till the very last second of the auction. There's no harm in earning extra money. NFT flipping is a complex task and it requires time and effort for you to master it. Shortcuts are not going to always help you, so make sure that you only make calculated decisions before investing in them. Watch these videos to learn to be a successful NFT trader. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. If you want to keep up with my future videos, then enable the notifications. Also, like and share this video if you found it useful towards your NFT journey. Goodbye for now.